Hello everyone, welcome to Alazar and Anarchy. Very, very quick with the first day, as I've already said. Yeah. About the book. It's about a long-haul driver getting reincarnated into a fantasy world with a system.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal.
I have no idea what half of those words mean. Battle hauler, that makes more sense. I'm like, what's a halula? Hula? Welcome in. Right, let's jump into the Minecraft and we'll get started. My plan for today is we'll see what I fancy. There's loads of projects to be done, so if I just hop onto Minecraft, I'm sure I'll find something. Now, if you weren't here yesterday when I was live with Witherbag, you may not have seen that this place is looking fairly complete. I mean, it still looks very flat and boring, but it's functionally pretty good. I have bone meal. Let's head down. I'll demonstrate. Look, if I just bone meal this, it turns into a tree! Success! And I'm really happy about it because the hopper minecarts are running underneath, so any leaves that fall down and any wood that falls down gets sent straight into the system. So I could even just do that. I don't have to put the stuff in the barrel, but it is quicker. And also, throwing stuff on the ground feels wrong. Technically should be fine, but it feels wrong. But now I'm watching it thinking, shouldn't it have been picked up by now? Maybe? I'm also double parked today. MCA, thank you very much for the lurk. I have a cup of tea, and I also have an iced coffee. Because I wanted to drink... It's gone! There we go. See, it works perfectly. And if I just do a fortune on a few of these, I can make sure I get my saplings. Easy peasy. Oh, I didn't get a sapling. I only want one. I'll be happy with one, and then any more that happen to fall, oh, there we go, will end up in the system. So it collects it, spits it out into the item stream, which we can see over here. Like that bit. Heads round, goes up, and gets sorted out. It's beautiful. Hey, Wedge. Hello. Oh, I went too far. That's fine. Just drop down here and glide. So all of the wood goes over to here. Anything that doesn't go into these chests ends up being pushed over to these chests. We've got a lot of the filters in, although not everything, but enough that we can figure it out later. And then over there, I worked out that I haven't quite got enough slots in these chests and these chests for everything I want. So I'm going to do the mushrooms over there. So red mushrooms, brown mushrooms, mushroom stem, red mushroom block, and brown mushroom block. So it's 5 slots, fits perfectly over there, and it gives me, I think, 3 slots left, and then keeps the mushrooms together, which I'm quite happy about. I have a little bit of alteration to do for this strip here to move over, do another strip up here, and then put the chests in, which I may do now, actually, just so it looks a bit more complete. We'll do that now. Let's grab stone brick, stone. There we go. I'll go with stone cutter. We'll do a stack of chiseled stone, stack of stone brick, and then I think I need 10 stairs. The other thing I will want is spruce. Which says, how is Zach? Zach is well. Zach is happy. Zach is a little bit tired, but was keen to get the stream going today. Otherwise, I may not manage it tomorrow. I've had a busy, productive day. Started reasonably early, did a few things, and feel good about the situation. So I should have done that monologue while standing here, because I need bamboo. Iced coffee's yummy. Right, I came here because I needed spruce. And thanks to Mrs. Dragon, there was plenty of spruce. We head over this way. We can put the chests in, which are in here. Oh, wow. We don't have spare chests. Okay. We use some bamboo. Bamboo blocks to make some spare chests. Let's go with that many. And if I make too many, it's fine. so. And I respect you for pointing it out. Right, we are going to take out this bit. If I go in here, I can pillar up and then break and break. Now, if I was smart, I'd be able to reach where the thing is, which I think is just there. Go all the way up to that bit. Chiseled stone brick goes in there, there, and there. And then fill this in. Nothing too complicated. Just tidies it up a little bit. So we have even space either side of the elevator, so it looks right. Otherwise, before, when it was over here, having this up right here and then 3 stone brick before the elevator ended up being centered kind of offended me. So moving it over works better. It doesn't mirror this side, but that's okay. It doesn't need to. Then, if we pop in here, I can probably pillar up. Right, let's do this way. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5. Simple. This is quite interesting. I had 2 streams in my ear, Phasmo player and you in Minecraft. Was there much of a difference? Basically the same thing, right? I mean, I do run around very scared for my life, especially when people do sound alerts whilst I stream. Not that anyone would ever do that, Alazar. Even yesterday, you know? And the worst part of that was Wither was so quick to mock me. I don't deserve mocking like this. Do I? Boop, boop, boop. But yeah, apparently my screen was a little bit more energetic than it should be. Nope. Maybe jump. Perfectly reasonable to be scared by Endermen. Endermen are scary monsters. Just look at them and they want to kill you. That is terrifying. I'm not the only person to have a jump scare from an Enderman. With that done, back here. Oh, looks better. 4 feet walking. Take this sledge out first. And spruce, and then subway spruce. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. So the chests go up to there. Welcome, Reese's. And I'm in. Welcome in, Reese's. Remember yesterday when you joined me, I had technical issues. They were not my fault, therefore I blame you. Right. Chest, line, chest. So this bit up here needs to be stairs. So let's do that while we've got the angle. Oh no. Do this, I'll be amazed. Hey, I did it, I'm amazed. I'm not going to hook the sorting system up for this section. I just want to put the chests in. I can do the sorting system later when I start actually farming mushrooms here, which will be a while off. But I can get the stuff in behind it and see how much I fancy doing. Let's put just a few torches on the ground so I can see what I'm doing. Like so. Right, dirt comes out. That. This section would be stone brick all the way up. Hang on. Chest is there. That bit shouldn't be visible, but we'll cover it in anyway. Worst thing that happens is I've wasted 1 stone brick. No biggie. How is a cat with a bell so silent? You have a cat with a bell that's silent? Practice, I'm assuming. Cats are ninjas. There. I mean, turtles are also ninjas, but everyone knows they're heroes and half shell. Now, down here, what I did on the other side was put a torch in here, like that, and then I lined it with stone brick. So we'll do the same on this side, just for consistency. That. So chest goes in. This then needs to be stone brick back here. Chests up. Need space behind for hoppers and such. So there'll be one layer for hoppers, one layer for stone brick. So we'll just take this out. That gives me space to put the stuff in later. If I can be bothered. Which I can! Onyx, our void, is silent despite a bell on the collar. My dad's office when I was growing up, he used to have a motion detect camera, and I learned that if you move very, very slowly, it didn't detect you. And so I used to have fun walking around the office trying not to set off the motion camera, so I would just kind of sneak and have fun seeing how far I could get or how fast I could go without setting it off. And you learn that you can sneak slowly in the bits that it can see you, and then when you get past a corner, you go, oh, I can't see me on this bit. Sprint. Next camera. Sprint. It's good fun. I would like to say I grew out of it, but I didn't. We just got rid of the cameras. This bit doesn't need to be... Hang on. Hopper's back here, so it does need to be covered up. But let's do it up to this side. And I can do more digging around it later. I'm not placing the hoppers in straight away, because hoppers are back here, and then the wall would be up this way. Excuse me, thank you. Let's take out a little bit of space above, so I can see what I'm doing, and it gives me space to work in. Realistically, if I give myself 2 blocks of height, that gives me a area to stand in. 1 and 2. Had a cat called Ninja. She was too quiet as well. Was she quiet because you called her Ninja, or did you call her Ninja because she was quiet? Pick up these bits. Right, so hoppers go all the way up, which means that this in theory should go all the way up, but I have a funny feeling at this point it steps in and there'll be torches here, so I'm going to leave it and just put the chest in. And I believe all the chests have gone left to right. Let's double check this. Left to right. Please tell me I've done the same thing over there and not mirrored it. I've mirrored it. I have a conundrum. I have done the same thing. Perfect. She got the name because... Okay. That's good. I would hate for a cat to be named Ninja and then feel social pressure to perform like a ninja. Boopity boop. 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 Put a couple of torches back here. What I'll do. See, not complete, but enough that you get the feeling for it, and I can add it in later as and when I'm ready to do the mushrooms. Boop, boop. I think I have some item frames, so I can put those up. We can aim to slowly put the stuff in the... Ooh! Trees have grown! Let's do item frames first, then I'll cut down trees. Boop, and yeah. I mean, look at it. It looks perfect. I'm kind of happy with that. Why not? I mean, technically, I could have made these walls wider. I don't know why I chose that to be the number of chests. I could have gone longer than that. Technically, I still could. I just don't want to. I think I'm happiest with that because that gives me an area for mushrooms that I can hop up to grab more if I wish. Yeah, I think I'm good. Right. Shh. I said that there was something up here that I could grab. Item frames. That was it. There was item frames and well, there isn't. There's leather. Close. Let's go with 1, 2, 3. And turn them into sticks. Give me item frames 11. Perfect. More than I need, but the rest can go back at storage. I've been using a fair amount of item frames, and despite having thought I had plenty of item frames, I do not. I also don't have much leather, which means I need to kill Whiskers again. I need to trick Mrs. Dragon to get onto the server to name a cow incorrectly, and then I can murder it for its leather. I'm also going to pause right now so I can drink more of my coffee. I'm going to be bursting for the loo by the time we finish. I've got a pint of tea and a pint of coffee, and I've nearly finished my pint of coffee already. Finished! Oh, that was quite nice. Right, trees to cut. Oh, 3 trees. In theory, birch should give me plenty of saplings that I don't need to worry about picking them up. And they end up in the system anyway. The only problem is that I have not got enough saplings to fill the filters yet. So I want to increase the number of saplings I have so that the filters are good. Oh, 1, 2, perfect. So I can replant the ones I cut down, and any more that fall end up in the system. Perfect. How much is a pint? 500 milliliters? I forget, to be honest. I honestly cannot remember. I shall ask. How many milliliters in a pint? 473. There you go. So my 500 was about right. I think technically my... Yeah, I have had 500 milliliters of coffee. There you go. So more than the pint. Right, saplings. 4 being picked up. Good. In fact, let's throw this extra one that I've picked up in here. Birch leaves I probably need to put into the filters, which I can do now. Ooh. I only have 1. Is it enough? Let's check if we have any more in here. Here. Spruce. Birch, jungle, spruce. And if I open this, I can put my anvil down. I need to waste a few levels. So I have birch leaves. If I rename this to be birch leaf, and then rename it again to birch leaves, that's my named one that I put in the item frame. 3rd one along. So I head along here. Get to the... Oh. 3rd one along. Birch... Oh no. I don't want to do that. Because it's oak. Then azalea leaves. We'll just do it. I'll put azalea leaves at the end. It's fine. So 3rd one along is birch. Give me my food. I think I already did the overflow, which means everything goes into here if it doesn't have a filter, which is perfect. These ones have all got a filter in every slot. This one comes out. Birch leaves go in. Perfect. And I'll put my spare filters in here for now. I can slowly pad that out. In theory. Don't know if I've done those 2 over there. I may have left those filters open. Oh no. I closed it off. Look at me and my professionalism. I'm rather surprised. Spruce would be the second one along. I will want to name one of them. And then jungle is the fourth one along, which I have 10 of. So jungle, spruce, leave, and spruce leaves. Same over here. We do one lot of jungle leave. Oh, I don't have the levels. Curse me in my death. So just do spruce for now. I'll put a jungle one in. I can name it later. So second one spruce, fourth one jungle. Second one spruce. Fourth one jungle. There was something that went along there. Let's see what it was. The stick? Oh, it must have been. That makes sense. We don't have a filter for sticks yet. Which is fine. I'll figure it out eventually. In the meantime, however, let's throw the stone in here. Spare stone cutter. The wood. Go in here. This stuff probably wants to head back. I did have item frames. Yeah. So I'll take this stuff out, put my essential shulker away. I'm missing 2 buckets. What happened to my buckets? Lost my mind. Should be a water bucket there and a snow bucket there. I've been missing the snow for a while, but it's not the point. Okay. Fine. Don't need it. This stuff can come with. And we'll just offload it at the main area. That makes sense, I think. Oh, more junk. Okay. Tell you what, we'll take this with us. Throw the spruce in over here. That, and then we'll head back. I can start working on the town square, rather than being distracted by this side project. As interesting as it is, and as much as I've enjoyed it, I probably need to get on with the square. This way. And it just means I've got less stuff around. Kind of handy. I want to figure out where the river's going. I'm feeling inspired to do the foundation work for that. Anyone doing interesting things today? What are your plans? Tell me about the stuff and the things. My stuff is putting this down and throw the rest in here to be sorted when I get a chance. I also quite like having this sat here and I just do a couple things each time I'm in the room. Like, I'll grab that gold. I'll sort it. See, tidy. I'll grab that iron. I'll sort it. Right, is it daytime? Perfect. This looks so much tidier with that villager sitting in the middle of the room. Speaking of which, no more villagers at the moment, which is good. Let's head over. Eventually we're going to be building a library here, and the pub there, and a car park back there. But the plan, over this way, there should be... Could be misremembering it. Maybe we don't have a river underneath. Maybe we do? Zip up over here and we'll land and turn around. Didn't realise how many cornflowers are on this hill. Ah, water there. I mean, realistically, if there isn't a river, I can just make my own. It only has to link up with over there. I say only. In which case, it might as well be in the middle. So let's look where we're at over here. I don't think I want to break this dam and release the water in here. This feels too much. I don't want to fill this all in. I could cap it up here. So we have a stream over this way. But then I'll be coming out here with a little stream and then basically heading back around. I suppose that kind of works. Let's land up here again. We'll do a little bit of planning and thinking. Opinions are always welcome. If this were to come in this way, can it go to there? That feels almost wrong. Almost like I'd be better off cutting through here or even just over this way. It's a very long stretch. But it could work. I kind of prefer the idea of it coming to here. It's a lot of work, but I'm happy with it. It also can mean we line it up in the middle of this, so it's head over here, symmetrical. I kind of like that. I shouldn't like that because really it should be natural. Let's make our little trench. I think it gives me an idea of height-wise because we want it to be basically this height. All the way over. And that'll be where it goes to. Perfect. The river's flat in Minecraft. You can have it drop down, but I don't want it to drop down that much. Let's do the sensible thing. Grab a shovel. Never thought I'd say it, did you? Never thought I'd say it. This goes in. Pick it up. I'm only going to do a one wide channel. And then it can be worked on. Entire landscape to it. At this point, we turn and we'll make sure it's all flat. It gives me the right height. Not necessarily the right height for the bottom of it, but at least the top. So the stream wants to be this tall. If I take it diagonally through this bit, means I can cheat this area a little bit. Maybe I do make it wider. Let's make it wider. If it's 3 blocks wide ish, I can fill it in, it's fine. So over here we'll go 1. That bit. I'm going to end up with a lot more dirt. But yeah, these things have to happen. This is not something I do, and part of me wants to resist doing things like this because I don't trust that I can do it to a good enough quality. But if I never jump in, I'll never get better. I have to try it, and then if I fail, I can just rope in someone like Impish, who's actually talented at Minecraft. Don't tell her I said that. And she can get me out of the hole that I put myself in. That kind of works. Let's go over one more here. So there's 1, 2, 3. Because fundamentally I want it to remain relatively straight, but just kind of subtly move over to the side. Falling down a hole. Do a couple more blocks in that direction, and then I can go check how it lies with the land. So, that's all. Just thinking it through. Yeah. Teal, welcome in. Good to see you. You join me as I am struggling with terrain. I'm just doing a rough kind of sketch for where I want a river to go. So I'm digging it out at the 1 block high in the water level height. And then once I've done that and it all perfectly lines up with where I want the river to go to, I can then start landscaping around it. Maybe. So at this point, I feel like we should turn left. This. We are going kind of diagonal at the moment. Take out this. One more, and we'll taper it around slowly. So I want to go a couple of blocks. And then 1 block, and then move it around again. I'm not good at terrain either, so I rarely make attempts. My instinct is to not even attempt it. So I'm fighting my urge to go, nope, not my thing. I don't do this. And then we do 1 here. A castle. I'm going to start wiggling off to the right again. I want it to remain relatively straight, but not dead straight. And my instinct is to be dead straight. So here, go. This. So what sort of builds do you enjoy doing, Teal? What are you comfortable with? What are your uncomfortable areas? Is your uncomfortable area when people ask questions about what you're comfortable with? Boop. And take this out. Just zip up here. And I can land on this hill and just have a quick look at the start. So we're going over that way. I want to go over here, then over this way, kind of to there. I'm good as long as you want it flat. That's what I tend to do, and I need to resist that. Although I am doing a flat bit right now, but that's just because I need to figure out, A, the water level, so that once I get it to this point, I can then landscape around working out height without too much difficulty. I'm a little bit disappointed at how little a drop that is. This little hill is very, very little. I was hoping this was slightly higher up. Water level is, what, 60? We're at 71, so it's not a far drop. And I can't go any further than that because then water's going uphill to go out, which seems wrong. TL says, I do struggle with buildings and terrain. I prefer to have the adventure and explore in my Minecraft world, but I do try to learn new things here and there. And I spent a lot of time avoiding things that I'm rubbish at, which means I never get any better. And part of my desire to play on this world was so that I could invite whoever I wanted to learn from and learn from them. I can say to people like Geo, I need to learn how to do this. Can you teach me? And Geo might join me on the server and guide me. There is not much of interest there. I suppose the most interesting is the acacia logs. You know what? I need the leather. That seems quite mean, but I stand by it. I also at some point need to start making a proper storage area for some of the bulk stuff. But I'm still thinking through what I want to keep and how much of it. Yeah, based on what I said to Witherbag recently, I am kind of keen to have this as a little road that goes that way, even if it's a cul-de-sac that goes in and back out. It gives me a corner spot here to put a thread store. But I think before I do that, I want to do this area here where we have the overlook for the water. And that's quite a long stretch to bring it in. Hey Pig. And because I'm very calculating in how I do things, I tend to break blocks very slowly. I want to be sure. I shouldn't need to be. It should be, if I just dig a hole, I can place blocks back in. It's not a problem. But I fear doing a little change in case it's wrong. Boop, 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 boop. I can also dig up here and do the rough line to then dig it down. The only concern I really have is making sure I can see where it goes. We need to have Cycling Mikey on this road, observing traffic offenders. Who is Cycling Mikey? This is a bit of pop culture that I'm not familiar with. I mean, there's lots of pop culture I'm not familiar with, so I shouldn't be surprised. Let's do a block down, because I'm kind of happy with this. And even if the grass comes down this far, it's still obvious where I've dug out. I now need to know who Cycling Mikey is. Also, this feels so wrong. I'm using a shovel. What has the world come to? Yeah, we'll go along here to where the chicken is, and then we'll kind of turn off left, and then we'll turn off right. First off, I need to eat. Where did I come from? This way. It's the name of a YouTuber riding his bike in London with GoPro on his head. He finds people on their phones and reports them? Oh, as in people driving on their mobile phones. I think I like this person. I see a lot of people ignoring some of the basic rules of the road, and it bugs me. Hello, sheep. The chicken has moved. How am I supposed to know where I'm heading if the chicken keeps moving? Even simple rules of if there's a speed limit, just stick to it. It's a simple rule. The speed limit is, 30 miles an hour. Then do 30. You don't need to do more than 30. It's fine. If you need to do more than that, go elsewhere. I was driving Mrs. Dragon today, and I was looking, going, I am doing the speed limit of 30, and that person in front is disappearing slowly. Right, and it is a road that, whilst the speed limit is 30, you don't want to go any faster than that. It's just unnecessary because it's a residential road. Where you get cats crossing and things like that. Don't want to be the reason that a cat gets run over. Thank you very much. Right, the middle of the arch is where we're aiming for. Ish. Oh, great. It's raining! Getting wet! I thought it must be well known, counting the amount of people hating him for what he does. What he's doing. I mean, you'd think that there are also so many people online that every name ends up being... You can't know everyone. Oh, a party! I'm good at this, I promise. Success! Let's go sleep. Although, before it's not raining, it's just land here. If I plan this out where I want it to be relatively straight for this section. We can cut back later. Ooh. Sure, why not? Make it deeper. Right, where is my mind? As far as I know, he's even once was on BBC Doc. Oh, okay. Proper celebrity. Oh, this is where I'm heading to. Is it just me, or does Minecraft look grayer and gloomier now than it used to? Oh, my pockets are full. With empty pockets, sleep, and then I'll come back. Also, look, Reese's, Twitch hasn't gone wrong yet. I said yet. There's still time. Let's head upstairs. I have a chest specifically for dirt. Here we go. And random junk can go in here. I do not need gravel. I do not need seats. I don't need wandering trader heads. I don't need any of these things. Oh, it's not actually night yet. Okay. Let's do that. I've got a shovel that needs repairing. So whilst I'm here, it makes sense. I know it's rare for me to say something that makes sense, but it makes sense for me to repair my shovel. See, very, very sensible. When it rains, it always looked like that to me. I mean, it feels dimmer. Just feels dimmer. Definitely dark though. Nighttime now, right? It must be nighttime then. Must be. Surely. Not purely. Nope, it is not. It just feels like... Redstone I've gained. Goes in there. And emeralds over here. I've used up a lot of my emeralds buying some of the books that I really didn't need. But I wanted. I've sent you a screenshot to prove the stream was down on my end. It could be because of Twitch. Oh, I agree. And I know. And the VODs. There are 4 VODs from yesterday. Not 1. Not 2, but 4. But it wasn't my end. My internet cut out. If it had, A, it would have told me. B, I wouldn't have seen chat, including you saying about it cutting out. And C, Witherbag would have heard me disappear. Or not heard me, as the case would be. So it was a peculiar case. It's like, well, if my internet got down, I'd expect for Discord to also go down. I slept, thank you. Good morning. Gonna use one more rocket to give you a little bit more altitude. So yeah, it is very straight for this section, but I'm okay with that. It'll I can round it out a little bit. It'll get wider on the corners. And if I do the whole stretch, I can then know with a reasonable amount of certainty where the water level is and start digging for it. Slightly terrifying, that bit. Look. Yeah, that's fine. If I want a rough line to the water, I can then pad it out and build things around it as I go. I'm probably going to start with stuff near town and then do landscaping as I go, but it's going to require doing that first little drop down and then go from there. And now that it connects though, I can start at the far end and work out the entire height rather than do a partial one block at a time. I just don't know how far to go down. But no, Reesus, I never thought it was your end. I was more implying that it's not on my end, it's on Twitch's end. Or at least was. It's feeling very long. It's got to be quite wide. Be tapered down, but I'm okay with that. It's a challenge. Landscaping is not my thing. I'll get used to it. Okay, so it's only 2 more blocks down, which we can do in one streak all the way back. And we should be mostly stone now. Means I'm not going to bother changing mine. Alright, maybe I will. You appear to be in my way, Piggy. Fixed it! Wait, you used a shovel for dirt, didn't you? I did, yes. This is a new habit. I do use a shovel occasionally. It's just often when I'm digging and I found patches of dirt. People will go, why are you digging up a shovel? I was like, oh, I thought it would be like 2 blocks. Just came in, was going to follow and shut down Twitch. Quick question, the chat rule about lurkers. Would that include me not saying something like, nice stream, I'm a lurker? Be sure the rules before next time I catch stream. You are always welcome to lurk. You are welcome to lurk by being vocal and going, I'm off to look, or you can say that quietly. Some people enjoy streams just by watching. I join a lot of streams myself as a viewer, and I spend a lot of time never announcing myself in chat, just enjoying the stream, and then often lurk in the background afterwards because I've got things to do, but I can then tune in and out as and when I've got time. I don't know which rule you're talking about, but lurkers are always welcome. You don't have to say anything. If you want to say something, that's awesome. If you don't, that's fine. Any view is appreciated. You being here helps me in multiple ways. Not only does it increase my ad revenue, but it also puts me higher up in the viewer listing. So if someone's browsing Twitch looking for a Minecraft streamer, just by having one extra person lurking in means I'm up 5 or 6 places in the list. So views are massively helpful to streamers. My priority is that I have some content that people can enjoy. If they want to be part of chat and are able to and willing to chat with me, that's wonderful, but it's always a bonus. I hope that answers the question. If not, feel free to elaborate more. But if you're going to go for a lurk, I very, very much appreciate it. If you need to go, that's also appreciated because you've been here. You are one of the few people that have chosen my stream over all the other thousands of streams on Twitch. Whether that be for 1 minute, 2 minutes, or 10 hours. I've never streamed for 10 hours, but that's not the point. I am waffling now, I know. Right. We are not far from getting back to the city, hopefully, and then I can start planning out where things are going to be. It's going to be a while before it's finished or there's significant progress, but a little bit of direction helps massively because it gets my brain in the right gear to think through how I'm going to go about it. Also gets me loads of stone, as if I needed it. Gonna have to find somewhere to put it. Having something nice in the background. The rule is something like don't mention out lurkers. I'm not quite sure about culture. So that's down to a streamer by streamer basis. What I would say is a good rule is if you look. So that's more down to if you are in my channel and you click on the viewer button, you can see everyone who's viewing the channel. It's not good etiquette to call people out, for example, and go, hi Rhesus, I see you're watching but you haven't spoken in chat, how are you doing? Because Rhesus might be enjoying lurking and doesn't want to be part of the chat. So it's more of a, if someone's not talking in chat, don't call them out. That's what it means. So that rule is, if you see someone's in the channel but they're not being active in chat, you don't try and avoid calling them out because they might be busy. A lot of people come into a stream and will be in and out a lot. As I said, I do it a lot when I'm at work. I'll have a stream open and sometimes I can listen, sometimes I can't. I get called away because of work needing to take priority. I will often listen and watch, and whilst I can listen, if someone called me out while I'm watching and kind of listening in the background, then it kind of puts a little bit of pressure on me to respond, which I can't really do because I've got work to do. So that's what it means. I like the genuine people. It's hard to find that through algorithms, so I'm glad I found you. You seem genuine. Thank you. That means a lot. I think I'm genuine. I would like to say I am, but also not something that one should diagnose oneself as. Down to everyone else too. But Rhesus, who's lurking, would tell me that I'm a genuine person, and oh dear. I use Rhesus as an example, but I'm good friends with Rhesus, so I kind of know my boundaries. And his is the safe word pineapple. I forget. That was a joke. I know what the safe word is. This bit is coming over. I'm going to just put a little bit of dirt in here. Fill this in so it's flat and walled off. We can always expand it later. That feels good. He's very genuine. He's a close friend of mine that I met here on Twitch a few years ago. You realise how long I've been on the platform, Aladar? I've got my my 6th year anniversary on November 1st, so 2 weeks from now is my 6 years on the platform. Well, technically I had an account before then, but I started streaming November 1st, 2019. That was my first stream. Yeah. 6 years. 6? Wait, what? I heard my name. Reese, I was just using you as an example for calling out lurkers and why we don't do it. You were the most recent name in chat, so I won't. Oh, and now my question is answered 100%. No problem then. Partly because I don't get why a word. Partly I don't know how to see the viewers. So if you're in... Let me have a look. So if I were watching a Riot Alexis stream, for example, you get chatting along here. This little icon here, you can see community. So you click that. This gives you a list of who's in chat, although it's not active. Sorry, it's not immediate. There we go. So you can see who is in a chat. Oh, it's getting dark. Let's fix that. How do you meet here on Twitch? There are so many different ways of bumping into people. You tend to find that those people you get on well with end up in very similar places as you very regularly. So there are multiple streamers multiple people in the community that I have seen in lots of places, and it's because we have shared preferences. Most streamers will produce content of a style that they enjoy watching. So I will go and lurk and spend time in Boz's stream, for example. Boz is an amazing person, and he does some funny things, like, for example, when he panics hearing an Enderman. Wait, where's the sound? I lost it. There we go. Found it.
Holy moly!
That's Boz. But Boz is lovely. And he is the kind of stream that I enjoy the most. And I think I am similar to Boz in many ways. Not as cool, but, similar. In that we are both relatively relaxed. I play Minecraft, I unwind, I enjoy having a chat with awesome people in my community whilst I'm playing Minecraft. Boz is very similar, but more talented. Met in another stream where we bonded over our original emotes being up by the same artist. I mean, I messaged Aladar and went, I really like your emotes. They look very similar to the ones that I want. I found out we already had the same artist. I had the same artist in mind. Sadly, the emote artist that Aladar used. Aladar, would you be so kind as to share some of your cute emotes so Menos can see what I'm talking about? The talent behind Aladar's emotes, Whittle Sheep, stepped back from doing artwork, so is no longer providing emotes. I am very fortunate because I found someone else that is equally talented and amazing, and their name is Jumpy Spider Lady, which I will press this button now. Don't tell hot dish. Exactly, Wolfie. Or threw his own sword at the zombie and then the zombie used it again. Hey! That only happened once. If you look at my emotes, some of them were done by Whittle Sheep, but most of them were done by Jumpy Spider Lady, who is a member of the community. You can actually tell who did an emote most of the time if you click on it, or tell you if they are attributed to a particular artist. I know I appreciate your calm demeanor. Makes the streams enjoyable. Thank you, Teal. That means a lot. Really, really does. But I mean, all I'm doing now is nothing particularly impressive or amazing. I'm just doing a little bit of work on my Minecraft world and enjoying some cool company and a cup of tea. Or at least I will be enjoying a cup of tea. I haven't touched it yet. It's still too hot. Well, I presume it's too hot. I could test it, but I'm scared. No one is sure. That first sip you take out of a mug is very much a, I think it might be drinkable temperature. You hold it close to your lips and you go, ready just to tip the edge of my lip in it. Oh, it's too hot. And then you realise, nope, it was too soon. It's not a fun experience. Not that I've ever done that. Right. Ugh. Gonna float up to this tree and land. So yes, it's very straight and square. However, we'll be digging it down and making a wider importance. Schrodinger's tea. Oh, I like that. Totally real US government. It's a pleasure to have you, totally real US government. I don't doubt that one bit. Although I do enjoy whenever someone says totally real as part of their name. I'm totally real, totally real. It's like totally trustworthy plumbers. The fact that you feel the need to put totally trustworthy. And General Garo. Welcome in. Definitely a general too, see? Because didn't say totally real General Garo, so must be real. I know that's on me. Hi. Welcome in. The calmness is very relaxing. I could imagine falling asleep to this. I mean, a lot of people could imagine falling asleep to me, but that's for different reasons. Hi, it is totally real. Of course, no doubt. I like the flag as the avatar. Right, so we've got a rough path in for where the river will go. I can start plotting things out. We may pop over to creative and plan it a little bit over there. Let's... And down here. How about things? So there'll be a wall across here. A supporting wall going that way. And I like the fact it ends up in the middle of the crossing. Meta says I get so confused when I wake up to a person I have no idea who it is. Yeah, if you leave yourself lurking on one stream, you could end up in anywhere by the morning. You know what? The funniest part of it all, I am not even American. I mean, you must be. I mean, are you telling me the US government is not US? Are you telling me the US government is being run by people that aren't United States citizens? Okay. Hey, it's a talking point. Right, so the wall will come across here. It'll be a great wall, the best wall, and they'll pay for it. But let's head over to creative and have a look at what I started planning out. Aha! So this is my creative world. I should say that this server is hosted by Nodecraft, who I'm partnered with. If you ever want to make me look good, there is a link. You can click it, and it makes me look good. As if I didn't already look good. This is the wrong skin. Interesting. This is my old skin. I haven't got the fluffy hair. Never mind. This is my creative world where I do a few bits of planning before I build things in the real world. I say real world, you know what I mean. Now, as the world is currently looking, what's likely to happen over here, so we have the road go this way, and then it will probably end up being some kind of cul-de-sac. So we go, oh, hang on. Across like this and then back there, and I'm going to take that junction out because I don't feel we need a corner here and a corner here, but that's not the point. The main thing is this bit is what I want to work on. That's what the real US government would say. Of course. Looks soulless but beautiful. Soulless? There's a lot of things to come in, and I'm just working on it layer by layer. For example, the park needs a lot more texturing and bits to it. But I'm getting the foundations in and adding texture occasionally, and there's different bits to be done. So, for example, the pub that sits on the corner. This has a lot of texture in it. This was very talented, made by Whitefire, a friend of mine. Oh! Hang on. Last time I was here, the inside was not like this. This is new. We got stairs! We've got stairs! Okay, sorry. Last time I was here, this was empty. Oh, I like it. There's a bar, and there's seats. I do feel that these should be stairs, so you can have a light hidden underneath. But actually, then again, you've got a carpet. Oh, I like it. So when I last looked at this, Whitefire said he'd be on the creative server. When I last looked at it, it looked like this on the inside. So he's done a lot of work. Wow. I did this part down the side. Oh, look at it. Look, brick and mud and stuff. Off topic, I really love how the city has a Tudor pub, a neoclassical courthouse, and a modern store, just your average street in Europe. See, I wanted the variety that you end up with in a town, because there are bits in local towns where you go, yes, this bit has been rebuilt because what was there has fallen down. You end up with, in England and a lot of Europe, you do end up with a mix of different age buildings next to each other. So I'm kind of keen to have a variety and have a diversity, a richness to it. But yeah, there's lots of bits to do. But what I came in here to do was work on this area over here. Let's start off by fixing the road. A couple of deep slate slabs. So let's just... I'm going to fill this in with slabs. Because realistically, it is mostly slabs. I can then put the crossing in and work from there. It was cobbled, deep slate slab, type, bottom. That works better. And then I'll take, I have stairs over here. I am that keen not to go through the creative inventory to find the thing I want that I will go all the way over there just so I can go like that, like that. Like that. I think it was 5 wide. I want it to match. Yep, 5. So this would go over there, that way. Yeah. And then we just have smooth quartz slabs I've done for these bits. I'm searching for it. Smooth quartz slabs. I like the way the texture on the smooth ones just merge, as opposed to where you have the regular quartz, you get the line at the edge. Plants from some windows on the pub got nice. My stream's lagging out. I'm going to glad I met you. Have a good one, and everyone in chat too, and every look. Thank you, Menos. But yeah, I wanted a richness. So that is not currently centered. And it doesn't have to be centered. In some ways it'd be better if it wasn't. But I also kind of want it to be centered. So I may just move that over a couple of blocks. In fact, it's only 1 block over. That's annoying. Just imagine it 1 block over. Angelic, walk in. That gives me enough to work on. Although I do feel the need to do... I think it was tile deep slate. Oh, let's just try it. I did that. I want to see how it looks if I switch this out. Or that one. Angelica's remembered arrival sounds are a thing. Well done. Yeah, I kind of like that. And we'll make the frame for it. This bit here won't be 10 blocks long. It'll probably be 15, 20, 25 blocks long. It depends on how deep this store is. I probably want to keep it to 15 though on this side, and maybe more on the other side so it's not even. Angelic, I like those emotes. Hang on a minute. I have never seen you have emotes. You stream? You stream? Why did I not know this? Angelic? Why is this news to me? Am I ignorant? Am I stupid? Have I failed to notice things? Tell me. we're going to do a screenshot like that. I'm going to open the screenshot so I can have it in the on the other window. Let me just drag this over like that. Then I can relog. Dragon's Lair. Please tell, what's the story? I need polished andesite, and I need to empty my pockets. So let's do that all in one. Empty pockets, then we head back. And I can sip my tea if it's not too hot. It is not too hot! Woohoo! I'm so happy! I missed the door! It's difficult flying left-handed. In here, we throw dirt in upstairs and grab some outside. Not proper etiquette to announce such things. I have a self-promo channel. Maybe I wanted to see and hear your voice. See your stream and hear your voice. You know what I meant. You denied me the opportunity by not sharing. Bear with. Fixed. Haha! I will now know. Right. What was I doing? Stone. Stone? Stone. I'm asking though, so it's not improper etiquette to answer the question. What do you stream? How often do you stream? When do you start streaming? What's your story? What's your streaming story? Tell me the stuff and the things I need to know. For next stream that shall be amended. Awesome. I also need to go stalk you on Twitch by just watching all your previous VODs that I can. So stalk is a horrible word, I don't know that, but you know what I meant. We're going to take 2 stacks of andesite and turn it into polished andesite, like fancy stuff. Whew. And let's go with 2 of those. Do I have a stone cutter, dear? I do not. Well, that was a mistake. And of course it's not here. There's 2 at the... That's just annoying. Right. Is it bedtime? No, it isn't. So we'll just head over and start placing blocks. I stream Friday evenings and usually it's Minecraft. I've been working on a training hall for an SMP that I'm part of. You play Minecraft? So I have an opportunity here. One day, I might be able to get Angelic to join me. You know, maybe. If I even think they're up to standard. Which they may be. They might not be. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, 5. And then this would be where it goes down. This. This is the middle, so it goes down here. It won't technically go all the way to there, but it will do for now. Okay, I don't know how I managed to land the other side, but sure. 3, 4, 5, and this one. 2, 3, 4, 5. This is where it goes down, which means actually it needs to be there. Look that bit. Play lots of Minecraft. Oh. I look forward to finding out more. Remind me, Angelic, how did you end up in my stream for the first time? Because I know whilst you are relatively new in the grand scheme of things, because I've been streaming for these 6 years, you are I can't remember what the story. I can't remember now. Got the old Flake ad tune in my head. There was a tune for Flake. I do not remember that. This is going to be at least this big. I probably want to sleep. But we'll head out to this bit and then drop back. A little bit fearful that a creeper will fall on my head, but you know, don't remember. But probably, if I had to guess, was a Ricky Red. Okay. There, because of how long I've been on Twitch and how many people I've been fortunate enough to find on this platform, there are so many different stories and they're very varied. So I've ended up with people coming to my community from all corners of the web. I mean, look, Wolfie came in from a weird corner of the web. Wolfie's origin story is Tab. And from the 70s, Zach, probably before your time. Yeah. Sorry. 70s? I wasn't even the twinkle. We don't talk about age. Makes me feel old most of the time. I just showed up and never left. And I'm glad for it, Angelic. You are a lovely individual and I very, very much appreciate you. Also, but I also don't remember you using your emotes before. And now I'm curious whether that's something you do instinctively, or whether I've just not noticed it, or just don't like your own emotes that much. See, I make an effort to look past my emotes, and if there is an emote that does what I want it to do that's not mine, I will always use that first in most streams. And I know that most of the people that I go to regularly and watch, wouldn't care. But I just don't want to put myself at risk of those people that would go, oh, self-promo. No, I'm just using an emote. It's kind of normal. And this is the best fitting emote. Yes, it's my emote, but it's not done as a self-promo thing. People read intent when there isn't. Yep, Tab, Lunar Cupcake, I think. Wolfie, you were here way before Lunar and I ever communicated. Recent paper finished, so actually I love emotes, so I have been using more. Ah. But you've been streaming, you said you've been streaming for a long time. Now I'm curious whether were your numbers too low? Were you not streaming often enough? Did you choose not to sign the thing? I've known people that have been streaming for a long time but avoided agreeing to the affiliate program. So Luma, I don't know if you are aware of Luma. She is amazing, lovely person. Has been following for 5 years. 2,000 days. See my point? Luma chose not to be affiliated, but does stream, or did stream fairly regularly. Hasn't recently. I think other things have been taking up more time. But out of choice, just to not confuse for tax reasons. No, I played Minecraft for a long time. I've only been streaming consistently for 3 months. Ah. Interesting. And you've been on Twitch for longer than 3 months, so I'm assuming there was a day where you just went, do you know what? Today, I'm going to broadcast myself. Were you watching my stream and going, this idiot doesn't know what he's doing. I can do a better job than this. In fact, I will. Risa says I missed Tab. Me too. And unfortunately for me, when Tab has been able to stream, which has been incredibly rare, it's been when I've been asleep. Inconsiderate person. Why can't she just have a day off work so she can stream while I'm at work? It's just unreasonable. Got you by 3 days, Wolfie. I have a lot of people that have been around from a very similar time. My presence on Twitch kind of took off at the start, and Tab's community was a huge source of many of those views. Alexis is another one. However, I would say that the people that came over as part of tabs community have been a lot more active. Basically, I said I could totally do that, and so I did. And soon I will overtake you, Zach. I will be more successful. In fact, I already am. I've just been hiding. I haven't told you that secretly I've got 10,000 followers. Please tell me that's true, because that would be amazing. Oh, at this height, I think we'd have the water level at 1 block tall. So technically, I know to do a little bit around this, but figure it out. One day, I'd love for someone to go in and go, do you know what? I only started streaming because I watched you, and I thought, that looks really fun. He seems to have fun doing that. Maybe I should try it. And I tried it, and I loved it. And I've been doing it ever since. Your name says sub for 71 months. My founder's badge says 64 months. Your name says sub for... Aladar, you have not been subscribed the whole time I've been affiliated. So I don't think you have a 64-month streak. Don't think. You are one of the first subscribers I had, but your subscription has lapsed at time points. I think. I could be wrong. Happened once before. I just hit my 100 last night. I have a long way to go to beat you. 100 is a big deal. When you join Twitch, your first stream is very much you are shouting into the void, hoping that someone turns up. Lexi's right as well. Yes, but I think you know about Lexi because of me, Wolfie. I think. Yeah, so when you first start streaming, you are shouting to the void, hoping people turn up. And then there are certain points of every streamer's journey where you have a moment where you go, this day got me some you know what I'm trying to say? Influx. You were affiliated before I met you. Okay. I'm 3 away from 350, but also haven't streamed in a while. Oh, followers. Gotcha. I'm pausing, standing on top of a tree, because I want to drink my tea. If you have tea, you should be drinking it. If you don't have tea, you should be getting it. Throughout my journey, there's been times where I've had discovery moments where lots of people have come in for the first time and I've gained viewership. Like first streaming on TB and people jump in who are TB viewers and had never heard of me and went, oh, this guy seems alright. Same when I was on Respawn or when we were active in Livecraft, there was people that joined because they knew found me through that. I mean, Liara found me because of that. Also, I just noticed that we do have watch streaks now, and people have been sharing them. Sorry I didn't notice this earlier. Wolfie, Reese's, Awinge, and Al are all reaching 3 stream streaks. For the longest time, Streak has been available on Twitch, and it was not available to me. I got a big boost when a known streamer in Minecraft community raided me. I panicked. But I would have done that if I could, but you know, someone doesn't tell me that they stream on Fridays. I'm not annoyed. I'm just, you know, pointing out. I didn't even know. I could have been that big streamer that made a big difference, but nope. Although I'm not a big streamer. My numbers have been on the way down. I've been scaring people off. Apparently. Give me a moment. I'm sorry if you're waiting. Finished! That's better. Right. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I was placing that, putting water in and stuff. Perhaps perhaps I should figure out what's going on here, because I believe this is the height of which the water is. Pretty sure it is the height at which the water is. So I need it to be that height. It can be deeper than that, but that's the top. I need water. If only there was some source of iron around here. Oh, great. Am I missing one village? I'm probably missing all three. I have no villagers in this iron farm. This is no longer an iron farm. This is just a hole. Yes, you are so scared. Thanks. I'm glad that people have finally realised how terrifying I am. Ah. Disappointing. Anything in here? Ooh. Oh. Ah. Oh. Good, I can. It might be an opening or something over there. Nope. Let's go get a couple of buckets and we start putting things. You now have a fountain. I have many things. Except dignity. Dignity we don't have. It's overrated. And the premiums. Whew. That worked. In here is my... I still don't know where my buckets went. I had 3... I wonder whether the wither bag logged off with my buckets. Must have. Must have. Let's unload the junk. Namely, this stuff, this stuff, this stuff, this stuff, and this. And so I can stay on me, and we'll head upstairs to get rid of things. Uh-oh, are you doing dangerous things again? What would I do that would be dangerous? I mean, when you're a professional like me, nothing is dangerous. I laugh in the face of danger. Right. Hey, Geo. I was talking about you earlier. Did your ears burn, by the way? Just curious. I was just saying about how my main goal for this world is to have the ability to invite people in so I can learn from them, like skillful people like Geo, I said. And everyone went, Geo, she knows nothing. And I said, that's very rude. But I agree. Right, what was I here for? Buckets. I've got andesite. Let's grab those things out. Sometimes. I want iron bars. Those do. I mean, yesterday you died to a piglin, didn't you? Shut up! I mean, you have a valid point there, Rhesus, but shh, don't tell everyone. They might not know about it. Not many people were around yesterday. Partly because Twitch dropped me twice. And partly because I pulled the plug from my computer's power. But you know, Twitch was ultimately the main problem, not me. Don't know anything. I think your builds say differently. Say different. Words are hard. Right, if I go This is fine. I'm just going to auto-log this. We're only going to do one block deep, but that's enough for a start. I can then start landscaping around it. Just to get a feel for it. That would do it. I don't know why, but when someone says that will do, my brain goes pig. Is it babe? Must be babe. The delightful pig. Everyone loves babe. This is probably not the most efficient way of doing it, but frankly, I don't care. Yep. Still works. Eventually. See, none of it's flowing. Mine too, yes babe, okay. Yes babe. Also makes me think of things like Towie. Yes babe. Sorry, don't let me do that again, it's embarrassing. Not that there's anything wrong with sounding like you're from Towie, but it just feels wrong for me. I don't do accents and what is it? Regional phraseology? Oh, regional phrasing. But when I try it, it just seems so wrong. I have a very boring way of talking. You know, that's me. I just talk in a way that is kind of generic British, I think. I mean, it could be worse. I could sound Welsh. But not even the Welsh people sound Welsh, do they, Jer? This is a very long and thin channel, but it'll connect things up. I can then make it deeper. I just need enough. Gives me a lay of the land. Lay of the land. I'm building a river because I like the idea of a river coming out in my town and connecting to the naturally existing river. So I've kind of cut a path through the landscape to connect it, and then I'll have to do some landscaping to make it look relatively realistic, which is not within my typical wheelhouse, but there's only one way to develop and learn, and that's by pushing oneself, and I'm doing that, or at least planning on doing that. And when I get stuck, I'll call you, Gio, because you are better at this than me. Better than most Minecraft things than me. But I'm learning. That's the plan. Then one day I can get the amazing streamer by the name of Angelic Wanderer to join me and teach me how to Minecraft. I have so many projects in this world I'm looking forward to, and I keep getting thoughts for projects that I can't do yet. It's rather annoying. So yesterday I was thinking about my magic maker, which I built on Ramble Life. The witch farm, powered by villager breeders. And I was thinking about how I could build it in this world and build it better, bigger, stronger. And put some lore around it and just make it so cool. But I'm probably a year from doing it, which means the idea will be percolating for the next year and might get better for it. But definitely will annoy me because I can't do it yet. You're good at what you do. I'm all right, but I'm far from good at anything. I'm just kind of learning. That's what Minecraft is. It's a learning experience. Everything I do, I had to do the first time once, and I'm getting better at it. Also, this is taking much longer than I thought. Worth it, but still. Still hard work. That, go off. Must be getting close to the end. I'm nowhere near, am I? And to think all of this stretch that I've done needs to be padded out significantly and the landscaping around it needs to be padded out. It's a lot to get there. Off. I didn't need 4 buckets really. 1 was plenty. See? I know what I'm doing. So at this point here, the sides probably need to be brought up a little bit. I do not have the right material, but that's okay. The water level will be here, which means I want 2, 3. Yeah. So this is going to be 3 wide at the top of that bit. Let's heard it. Go there. 1 there. 1, 2. That, and then this will be the river flowing. I think I want it at least 5 blocks for this bit anyway. It could be wider than that and thinner than that in points. But we'll start off with it 5 wide, and I'll put a little barrier up between here and that wall, so it could be 5 wide. That. Like that. Nothing too complicated, just kind of functional. It won't be square like that. It needs to meander and be wider and thinner. But for now it'll work. Need a little bit more dirt, so we might as well make this wider. We can choose to landscape around it however I want. For now, we do that. Break that. Offhand, pick that one up. Like so. And then we just need... Perfect. All filled in. That makes sense. Box tall. Water will flow at this side. It can be deeper in the middle. Go sleep. In the pot shop. I've still got a bed down here, so I might as well use it at some point. I should probably make somewhere with a like a little hotel, B&B. I suppose the pub would be the most sensible place to put a bed. But that's not yet. It will be over there. Not yet. Oh, creeper. Hello. Hello. Gunpowder. Nice. Slightly distracted, but it's fine. So the stream wants to be at least 5 blocks wide and then kind of slope down to it. But 5, maybe 3 at points, 7 at points, that sort of thing, depending on the curve. So if this channel becomes wider, I can build the stream area. Ish. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. One moment. Ow! Ugh, just wanted to help. What, the creeper? Get rid of some landmass. I bet you did. Yeah, let's get rid of that. Tenzi, welcome in. I mean, yo! Ah! I found a hole. I probably want it to be mostly 5 wide, but if we focus on making it sort of 3 wide, I can then expand it in points. And because I've done the basic 1 wide stretch, everything's going to fill in. If I get any bits that don't fill in, I'll be surprised. I mean, this doesn't fit in yet, but it will. Thank you for the blesses. And again, I'll need to do a lot of landscaping around it. I just wanted to get a rough feel for it. And because this needs to be 5 wide, this needs to be kind of at least 3, sometimes 5, sometimes 7, sometimes 6. It's kind of gives me a rough feel. I don't mind this being over here. Right. Go to there. I will need a bucket in that bit. Take it out. And from within the valley I can go up. See, it's 4 wide. This section is fine. And again, there's lots to be done in the river. Just want the basic shape worked on a little bit so it's not going straight from 5 to 1. I can be padded out as I go. How you been? Last time I joined your stream was like 2 months ago. 2 months? Where have you been? You never call. I've been worried about you. I very much appreciate you coming in. Give me 1 second. I'm just going to blow my nose. And that's why we mute microphones. It was loud. No, thank you for popping in. I know it's not always possible to pop in every day. I hope life's good. But things are going well. We're making progress on builds. I've had a busy couple of months in real life, but we're over the crest of the hill now, so it's should be much easier going forwards. Take care of that. Grab some of these blocks. It's be a rough feeling for it. Busy with war and events and school and yeah, I mean all those things that everyone gets involved in. Or I fill this back in because I don't want it to be too obvious. Give me 1 second. I have a Jasmine. Jasmine is my cute and adorable cat, but she was just at my ankle going meow, which is code for I want 10 seconds of love. So I have to pick the cat up, stroke her for a little bit, and then she'll go, oh, okay, thank you, and then she'll go sit on the sofa. Good girl. I feel that was aimed at me, Zach. You forgot to mute once. Did I? Sorry. Life be busy, hope. Life has been very busy. I don't aim things at you. Oh, hey, Jasmine. Oh, she's jumped down. She's now eating biscuits. So she's alright. She just wanted to check in with me before she started eating. If life's not busy, then something's wrong. I mean, life has always been busy. We had a death in the family, so there was a lot of stuff to be done, and I ended up doing a reasonable amount of organisation of stuff. So it was busy. Hi, meow meow. Jasmine. Angelic says hi. She's ignoring me and she's eating her biscuits, so clearly she's thrilled. No, I forgot. Okay, I'm confused. We're going to take this bit out and put her up. Now, the foundation should be this height, so the floor could be above that. Oh, that's fine. I'm okay. I know what I'm doing. So if you lost, appreciate it. Difficult, but these things happen, and actually, we're very lucky at how things went. Never perfect, never ideal, but it happens to us all. All we can hope for is that when it does happen, it's as pain-free and easy as possible for everyone involved. Very fortunate. It's kind of a known thing that's going to happen. So. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this would be the one that goes down. That, and then this one connects off. And so I want to do at least 10 on one side and then 15 on the other, so it's not the same. Now, seeing as this is the side that the bank is coming off to, meaning it's kind of edging out this way, I'd prefer that one to be longer and this one to be shorter. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then And ideally, whilst this is cut down here a little bit, we can have it sloping up more to the side. So this all back here. Like that and down. I think that makes sense. I better go join today's recording sesh, so I'll see you. Take care, Tenzi. Thank you very much for popping in. See you, and hopefully get to you sooner than 2 months. Nice to have you in chat. 3, 4, 5, 6. This one goes down. Almost. That one. Just doing a rough sketch for things. Laying out the bits that I know about, and then I can get a feel for it and plan it out. I very much like doing this style of Minecraft where I know step 1 to 2, but I don't know 3 to 10. I'll do step 1 and 2, and it often informs step 3 and 4, and then you go, okay, I know where I'm going. 6, and then down. 4, 5, 6, and then down. Like that. So let's pop up. Yeah, that feels reasonable. Screen froze just me. Hopefully if anyone else is in chat and your stream hasn't frozen, please let me know in chat so that I know it's not Twitch going wrong again. Hopefully Twitch isn't going wrong again. Not again. Got me paranoid now. I'm gonna have to check my own stream. Please find me. I'm gonna say Wolfie, try refreshing. Although I can't say that, probably can't hear. Yeah, well, effort was made. On this bit here, seems fine here, thanks to you. We're going to have wall going across. It's going to be tough brick to match that side. Now, realistically, I think everything's fine. Everything's fine in mind. Whew. Panic now, you see. I want the lamppost to be here. And yeah. I know this isn't lamppost material, but it's just enough to get a feel for it. Had a brief moment of lag on my end, says Anarchy. Oh! It's unfortunate. But brief is okay. I'm German, I would probably be the first to complain. I thought the British were the quickest to complain, or most likely to complain. Actually, no. The British are most likely to be annoyed and complain about things. Ooh, hi, I found a butter. A butter? 5 years? 60 months of subscription. Danielle, welcome in, and hi. You join me as I'm just about to go to bed. Not in real life, it's just in Minecraft. How you doing, Danielle? Switch freaking out again. Refreshed. At least, I mean, when Twitch freaked out yesterday, no one could see the stream. So, seems okay if there's only one person. That's much less bad. I know I should complain. It's not ideal, but better than it was. Right, this feels like a solid start. I probably want to map out the foundation for a building here. But also, do I want to go to? I mean, that's quite like that. It gives me an area to mark off. What I'm going to do is place some dirt. We can change it out later. So this goes up to here. And then back this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 one goes down. I've run out of polished andesite, but that's fine. What I'd like to do at the back end, so I'd like a shop coming out this way. I'd like the road to continue this way for a bit, just a little cul-de-sac. So shops can go along here, around and back, and have a corner one here. And I want to have back here, the shop will go to about here, and then have the back corner like a little garden area with a pillar and maybe iron bars to go there and there. So if that went, so if we had a block there, a block there, it feels wrong, but also so right. At this point, we'd have the building going across like that. I know this is dirt, it's not the right material to build things out of, but I can rip it out easily. Like that. We'd have a double door going out here. And have a little garden area. I like that. Oh, I complain. Ruins my social life and I don't like it. Understandable. You should complain. It's important to complain. Now, if I were to build this road out, what I'd say is we probably need this just have a small like cul-de-sac, so the road goes off this way but then comes back. Which means, how do I mark that? I suppose it would be with like a 3 wide line, a gap and a 3 wide line, then lane markers to show that that's a different road. Let's grab some brick and plan things out. I should have plenty in the pottery shop. I will need more andesite, but eh. Brick is my first thing. Heading in here. I have some brick, not a lot. I would like a stone cutter, but I don't have one right now, so we're just going to do that. Brick is cheap. It's easy to replace. There is an argument for building a road out that way, but I don't want to. I want the shops to come around here, along there, back. So at this point, the andesite would continue on here, and the brick go along there, and hang on. 1, 2, 3. Let's do. Goes across. Just putting in the shape of the build a sort of approximate thing in a material that's relatively quick and easy to tear out. So this is a wide shop, but not very deep. And then we'll do a similar thing on the other side, so it's about this depth over there. Doesn't necessarily have to be the full depth, but I think we should go to where that is. Let's do it. Thank you for the lurk, Danielle. And thank you again for your resub. 60 months is a huge. That lines up there. Let's fill in the foundations. The dirt will have to come out at some point. There we go, up here and across. Let's make this wider. I don't want this to be the end of the cul-de-sac. I'd like to have another shop here. But I don't know how big yet. Whereas I have a feeling for this being this big. Let's do this all the way across. I can rip out this bit and the road later. This definitely needs to be at least as long as that, so we'll do that. The sensible thing would be to measure where it goes to, but now I'll just stand here and roughly guess. That feels right. Easy peasy. And fill in. So the road will continue a little bit, but probably not too far. I want one more small shop there. I know exactly what shop I want to put here. I want to put my flower shop in. Although, the other thing I want to do underneath the flower shop is a moss farm. I may need to move it a little bit away from the bank, but I think I'm good. Going way underground. Let's do the foundation for this shop. So that window is 6. Hang on. 2, 4, 6. Why is it 6? We're back, welcome in. Thank you for the raid. How was you finished earlier, I thought. Ow. How you doing? 2, 4. Oh, I did that wrong. Oh no, I didn't. That's right. That's fine. 2, 4, 6. I'm figuring things out. You may recognize where I am. How was your stream? Tell me about the stuff and the things. How was Hunted? I was hoping you'd join, but then I went, if I join that today, I won't be streaming it. And if I'm not streaming today, but join an event, I don't know if I'll be able to stream tomorrow. And also with the 3-stream streak. 3-stream streak, that's easy to say. Yeah, Cosmo had technical difficulties with the server. Has he considered using Nodecraft? 2, 3, 4, 6. Just a thought. Just a thought. That goes there. If I were rich man, I went this way. Could we line up with that and we end up with a small garden back here? Eat? What do I need to eat for? I've eaten. There must be a delay. Because now Reese's is going to see me eat moments after saying !eat, and then go, huh, he listened to me. I didn't. I ate on my own accord. Promise, I didn't listen to you. I promise I didn't. I would never. Also, we don't have an eat command. Shh. I don't think I want one. I don't like being bossed around. Right, let's go sleep. Oh, I can't quite get downstairs. And sleep. I feel fully rested. Perfect. Again, this shop will be taller. I need to decorate and design it. I'm just kind of putting some lines in the sand as to how big I feel it needs to be. And yes, I could have done this in creative, but I've got to place these bits anyway. Any bits I've placed over and above this framework, and that's easy to tear out. You love it, you just don't like admitting it. Yes, sure, why not? I mean, no, darn it. If I say you're right, then I'm not arguing, and I'm making myself look bad. And if I feel like it's a lose-lose. Currently about 20 seconds latency to the stream. My interwebs have a lazy weekend, I guess. I'm assuming a refresh would then get you up to time, you know what I mean. Let's pop that there and there. I've then got a framework out here for the garden. Ah! This feels good. A lot of things needing to be done, but that kind of works. And whilst there's a balcony on this side, I don't want a balcony on this side. I want the building to go up to here. So I want a deeper building without a garden, even though it's a shorter lot. Yeah, I know what I want. We've got plenty of space to figure out what's going in here before I decide how long this is. So what I'll probably do, put the andesite slabs in. That is a slab, yeah. Along here and along there, but not finish off the road. About 5 to 10 seconds resource. It has moments. I mean, how do you know? Maybe I'm just slow at reading chat. And also some of the delay is intentional. Gives moderators an opportunity to go, they said it, let's ban that person, quick! Andesite and other things. So, I'm kind of tempted just to pop in here and put the iron bars in while I remember. Because this bit needs to be ripped out. I think I did it quite a fair way because I had regular stone, tough stone, and deep slate stone. And I think it was 3 per. That. And then I had fog effect, or tried to do fog effect. And I think it worked out fairly well in creative. Oop. So I'll probably hatchet. 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. That gives me enough that I can probably start placing things and figure out. If it's more than that, I can dig out more, but that's our minimum, and I can put some torches down. And it just gives me a few more blocks to take back to storage, whilst I have space in my inventory. This. And like this. When visuals don't match the sound, can tell roughly how much it is out and when to refresh. Okay. I normally notice both are out by a fair way. That's how I register that I'm available. Took a long time for them to read that chat message. They're normally on top of it more than that. Right, this is going to be torn out and be full of water. So let's take this bit out, fill it in, and we'll put some torches on the back wall. That. Oh, I don't have any torches. I mean, technically, if there's water, nothing should spawn here anyway. But that wasn't the intention. Yeah, the only thing that would spawn here would be drowned. And then we go with iron railings across here. I think I did a couple on either side like this, so that it connects, but I also wanted gaps in it, so we go like this and across the way, like that, and then going to want like that at least. That feels patchy. And I can get through if I wish, because it's relatively straightforward to. There's confidently. There. That kind of works, I think. Now on the original mock-up, I used brain garl and stuff like that, which I think I have some, but we'll cross off that bridge later. Let's unload some pockets, pick up some supplies. So I want tough, and deep slate, and a stone cutter. We need the stone cutter from the other place, so let's do a little trip, which I could, if I was smart, unload Junkat as well as taking saplings. Saplings? Cha-cha. We had some acacia, but not enough. We do have the ability to plant acacia here. I should do that. Let's just do that. I can get Mrs. Dragon to help me with cutting these down. I want to accumulate enough saplings that the filters are full, that's all. And I don't think she'll mind doing a little bit of chopping. Next. What other saplings and trees do we have? Spruce saplings. Enough of them, I can just do that. That will help. Quite considerably, actually. Same with the oak. There are a couple of stacks of oak. That. Birch. Perfect. And dark oak. So we'll do that. Take it with us. Worst case scenario, we have too many. What's going to happen? Weird. Cherry leaves. Could do it. Let's do it. Let's take those with us. I'll offload some of the stuff there and then come back with some of the resources I need, including the stonecutter. Boopy boop. Nothing else needs to go with me as far as I'm aware. And then I'll have empty pockets, so let's go. I do need to get that cat out of the nether at some point. It's been in the nether for far too long. It was walking around the house and then end up stepping through the portal. I didn't realise until I came into the nether and saw it. And then, well, at that point I told it to sit and it's been here ever since. Probably not very happy about the situation. So, down here. Tree! Thought I saw a zombie. Kind of panicked there. Throw all of this stuff in. The stuff that doesn't currently have a filter will just end up in the output, which is fine. Right, I came here because I need stuff and things, so let's grab the stuff and things. Namely, stonecutter. That I need. And other stuff can come with me. Dirt, granite. Some of this stuff here is really random. Boop. Ice. Crimson Nylium definitely doesn't belong here. Yeah, that's probably enough for now. And I got my stonecutter now. Perfect. This way. I need the stonecutter for some andesite and tuff. Mostly for the tuff, actually. And portal trip. I've made it. I'm safe. Safe. What I should probably do.
Just don't die.
Oh, okay.
Easy peasy.
Easy
Just
peasy.
don't die for head.
Thank you. That is the voice of the wonderful and talented Whitefire. Don't tell me I said that. I'll get big-headed. And they won't want to hang out with me anymore because it would be too cool to hang out with Zach. We can't have that. Because I need his help. Without his help, how am I going to have a pub that looks cool? The only reason I'm tidying some of this stuff away is because I want to empty this shulker in case Mrs. Dragon needs it. Which she will, because, well, she'll have junk to get rid of, and that's her main way of getting rid of junk. Into future Zach's problems. Sure, that goes in there. This goes in here. Sort goes in here. Very organised, I think you'll find. And I don't need to do everything, I just want to do enough. Granite. I need some andesite, so let's take a couple of stacks of andesite, like 3 stacks of andesite. I'll get rid of the stone and the granite. I wanted tuff, that was it. I don't believe I even have a lot of tuff. I really don't. Let's go tough brick walls. Regular tuff. And cobble double deep slate. Suppose. I think I want spruce fence posts. Unfortunately, I do not seem to have any. Thank you, Rhesus. Very, very mature. That work? Three is plenty. That goes away. I need 2, so that'd be perfect. Yeah, that'll probably work. Tell you what, I will take some regular stone with me as well. And because I've got a little bit of space, let's take 3 stacks of dirt. That'll give me enough just to place some stuff. I need more deep slate at some point. I'm gonna have to go mining for deep slate. Just testing my latency, I promise. Yeah, latency, that's what you're testing. Also, some of those acacia trees have already... Oh, right. 1 acacia tree has grown. Ooh. Yeah, adding that little bit over there. I know it's only a framework, but it starts to feel like I'm padding out the area. Which I like. Right, 1 stone cutter can go there. Looks a little bit painful. And across. Let's go with dirt on this side. And this can connect. This shop doesn't necessarily need to be anywhere near as big as that. Just to start. Take this out. I want 2 polished deep... Hang on. Polished deep slate walls. I think. So I take this out. Put that in. And we'll put a fence post on top. There'll be hoppers on top of that and lights and lamps on top of that. So we can't see down below far, but from this shop, if I have a window and also somewhere to stand on for... Oh, I can't think of the word. Drinks, like a balcony. Let's connect this up. I think this is where it goes up, so let's go here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I haven't got the rails for that, and that's fine. Just getting a feel for the land. That needs filling in, and I need to put torches down. But to be honest, if something spawns down there, it's not a problem. Not like it's going to affect the rates of a mob farm I've already got. Because I haven't built one yet. I have a plan for a mob farm. My plan for the mob farm... gonna be kind of back here. No, it's not. Hang on. Over here. I have a plan. Not a very good plan, but a plan. Cause and action. I have too much wine and now I have to pee. Yep, Merovingian. Wait, have you been drinking wine, Rhesus? I don't think we've ever mentioned wine before. Oh, well, it's leaf water. Right, so I have a double door there. This goes back. This goes back, so we'd have probably a wall back here. Yep. Wall back here. what we could have is maybe a couple windows, but not too much, just a couple. Maybe one over here, and then the rest can be filled in. Same over this way. I mostly want it as a wall, so this is a private courtyard and nothing to do with the shop. You know, there's 3 stacks of dirt. I said I could just bring that and use it. I probably should have grabbed more. But that's okay. If I'd have grabbed more, I'd be placing dirt until I was very, very bored. Whereas this way, it feels like less of a commitment. Just enough for me to go, yep, that feels about right. Hello, Jasmine. Was that my shin? She just was checking in. That's all. Right, polished andesite. Let's use. Right. If I go over here, I can throw a stack or no, half a stack of andesite into a stack of polished andesite slabs, and we'll place these as far down as the brick goes. Match it on the other side. Hello. Ah, we have a problem. Jasmine has eaten most of her biscuits. There is a hole in her pile of biscuits. Bear with. Jasmine. Ow. I managed to bosh my arm on my desk. Desk is made of wood. Wood is quite sturdy. Darn you, Flexi Spot. You sent me a desk and it's amazing, but it hurts when you hit it. To which you could say, don't hit the desk, but you know. Bit late for that advice, isn't it? So, this needs to be taken out. And so does this. So let's just get rid of this whole slice, and then I can put the andesite in over there. I'm going to have to leave it without deep sleep for now because I just don't have any spare. And I'd like to pick up the stone brick. Brick slabs. I don't necessarily need it. It's not hugely valuable, but seems wrong to let it despawn. This seems daft to fly down here. Hey, I got out. Let's continue that theme. Get all the way out. Skills! Consider the bills paid. By the skills, obviously. And boop, boop, boop. So the road needs to continue down this way. But I haven't got the cobbled deep slate. And that's okay. This feels like a good spot for the shop. Head down here. This wall needs filling in with dirt and andesite. Not dirt, stone and andesite. Now, in the creative world, I used stone at the top with a trifling of andesite, and then it went down to, I think, the different dead corals. Although, I wonder if pale oak would also work. Let's just stick with stone and andesite for now. The andesite would be couple blocks, 4 blocks. Let's go up a little bit. feels good, and then the rest would be stone. No creepers down here, are there? Are there? Hopefully not. And I can remove some of the andesite and turn it into coral later, but that feels like a decent step for the andesite. Yeah, so there'll be a little bit more shading around here with the dead coral. But I don't have that yet, so for now. That'll work. Let's top this up. And a little bit of transition. That, so we have overlap. Stone, 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 stone. Like that, that's perfect. Maybe let's fly down and have a look. Yeah, that works. A little bit of texture. Also, I hope when Reese comes back, there is cookies. Because the bot always says that, hopefully they have cookies. I then end up thinking about cookies, and I can think of nothing but cookies. Yeah, that works. So this can slope down or slope up a little bit, but probably not as far as I might like. And that's okay. It's probably only going to be to a single block ledge. I grab some dirt and went like that. Maybe there. I'd like polished andesite here. It's dark outside. And then the same sort of andesite will come down here and stone at the top. I should probably sleep. Ow! Still can't do it. Sleep! For tomorrow, we dine in hell, or whatever the 300 quote is. Head up again. Have a look for creepers around. Because, you know, I wouldn't complain to a little bit. Oh, there's a couple over there. Just, Sure, I'll take that. Thank you very much. Couple of gunpowder, not a lot, but, you know, worth having. This feels good. I like it. I'm going to continue down here, which is going to mean some stone and andesite. So we go at the top. If I went and got rid of this bit, that will need to be stone and or andesite. If I go up there, down here, and up. And this one, go to here. The rest can be stone, I think. Partially tempted just to do there as well. So we've got a leakage of texture rather than layers up. Yeah, I like. And again, I'll try and add more darker tones towards the bottom. But I don't have them yet. we also need to put probably mud down here and make this deeper in the middle. But I can shape this, dig this down a little bit later. The difficult thing is going to be bits like that. Do we have polished outside? Couple. I'm kind of tempted just to go like that. Like that. That feels reasonable. And this can be a little bit wider here. I did get rid of my bucket, which is annoying, but eh. I'll do the same over this way. Just a little bit more depth and angles. I want it eating into the side. Let's go some more polished. And this definitely needs to be dug in here. What I'd like to do is have the landscape go up alongside this, so it's relatively flat here, and then slowly going down. But let's if I can do something like rock patterns, I'll be amazed. But it's not today. And little clusters of stone would be perfect. But so if that's okay. Just trying to get a feel for the shape of the land. What am I kind of okay with? Polish down like there. Do another 4. Boop. And I've got 2 spare, so let's just get rid of them over here. So I've got 1 less thing to carry. Then rip this out. See, not my natural habitat, but giving it a go. Let's go with 1, 2. Stone, please. Stone, andesite, andesite. Stone there, stone there. And 1 there. Ah. Again, I want to put some other textures in here, but just learning to do a little bit of texture, which is slow and hard work. But already just looking at that, I like it. Even better with dead coral in. So, oh, Happy. Then boop, 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 boop. Still going to remain a similar height for stone. In fact, I want that one to go all the way down, and it's like fill in the rest. I don't want it to look like I'm squeezing the same transition into a smaller space. I kind of want to keep it consistent, so that bit has equal amounts of stone as the other ones, and just the andesite gets cut off. It's almost as if the andesite's behind the dirt. Which I like. Andesite, andesite, boop, boop, boop. And in theory, the dirt will be coming up a little bit over here. There'll be a shop coming at least to this depth, maybe further, but we'll see. If I have the andesite and the stone in here and it gets covered up, big deal. It's not really a problem. That and dirt, please. Boop boop. We're gonna be actually landscaping. This is unusual. As I say, all of this stuff kind of wants to be landscaped up to where the back of the shops are anyway. But I can't go too far until I've done the shops. There'll be a lot of connecting of stuff later on. Let's head up. Sure, over there will work. I've never noticed this before. Does this mean there's a copper vein? That I'm quite happy with. Very, very basic, but it gets the structure in. The river needs expanding and contouring around and landscaping around, but this is a start. I'm expanding the area. I like this. And this looks good. Like there's an extra block needing there, but there's also other textures I need to put into the dirt. Add the water so it's not flowing. Add dirt at the bottom of the water and then probably go down a little bit. But yeah, later problems. I can add those later. Every step of progress is good. Cause, welcome in. Look, I've built a thing out of dirt. Isn't it glorious? And Milo, welcome in too. Good to see you both. The doctor is here. Everyone show him your warts. That's what people do, isn't it? Everyone I know who's ever been in medicine in any way, shape or form results in having everyone show you their medical illness and ask you for your opinion. Even if that is not your specialty. Progress is that allowed? Hey, I'm quite happy with this. This feels good. It's not huge progress, but I've decided where my river's going to be. I've connected it to the water over that way in a one wide trench, and then I've got the ability to kind of contour down to it. I'm doing this bit because I want to work on these shops next. Groover, welcome in. That's a lot of cool people. Welcome in, Groover, and your raiding party of 19 cool people. Hello, everyone. What was Groover up to today? Tell me about the stuff and the things. Hold on to your kitties is a Groover raid. My cat was around my ankles like a minute ago, so the fact that you've said that is interesting. Raidy runny raid. Enjoy the raiding and the running. Careful, don't trip. Thank you, Groover, very much for the raid. welcome in everyone. Hi, I'm Zach. I'm a member of TB, but today I am on my solo-ish world. This is Dragon's Lair, and there are several projects around here. Whilst this world is relatively new in the grand scheme of things, there's been some progress. But right now, I need to sleep because it's nighttime. Oh look, I even found my bed. Yes! Okay, I arrive, I open 2 streams, and one immediately raised the other. I mean, maybe your social circles aren't as wide as you thought. Anyway, welcome in everyone. Let me show you what we've been up to today. The last few weeks I've been distracted with a side project, but this is my primary project area. We have a market square with a central park area? Central garden that needs a lot more decorating. I've been distracted from it because other things. The bank is all operational. We have a lot of redstone in there that works nicely. Special thanks to Cause, who helped do the 7-segment display, counting how many diamonds we have in the vault. It's a channel point redemption thingy. I also need to finish decorating in here. They're more social trapeziums. I like it. We have a banner shop and a pot shop, and the banner shop is supposed to be in brown, and the pot shop is supposed to be in red. I messed up, but that's fine. My social circle is more of a dot, says Wolfie. I like that. Today, I've allowed myself to get distracted thinking about how I want to build a river. So over this way, we have a river, and I wanted to link to it. So we've done a little bit of a trench, just outlining the center of the river, so that we can then build it wider, which we've started doing over here, and we've dug down and worked out how this is going to start and where I've got plots for buildings. If you add dogs, it will be a central bark. Ooh, I like that. We may need to do that. Oh, thank you for the toot, Reese's. Everyone appreciates it. There are other things I need to get done here, like add sea pickles and moss and things like that. We've done a lot of designing in creative, and some bits have moved over and some bits haven't yet. River song or river song? I like that. Hang on. Time. Set. Day. This is creative world, so you can see I've done a little bit more in the creative world with adding of moss carpets. One thing I've focused on here is I've used the moss carpets to add different light levels closer or further away from the lampposts. So underneath one of these 2 moss carpets is 4 sea pickles. Then over here there's like 3 and 1 and 2, and so it kind of at nighttime, which I probably could have time set night. At nighttime you can see that it glows more around here and it slowly tapers off, but there's enough lighting that nothing should spawn, and I've got the same thing over here. I do need to put another light source in this corner and do the same thing, but just by adding the sea pickles around it makes so much difference for having that gentle drop off of light. I like it. I light it. There's a joke in there somewhere. I just can't be honest. But there are other things we need to get done in the survival world. So behind the banners and pot shops, I've put a little car park and what are these called? Not notice boards. Something board. Advertisement board. Billboard. I've figured it out. I remember what it's called. Billboard. And all I can think of is outside of Missouri. That's how I remembered. So we have a car park with a billboard, so I can put stuff on there, which is why I've worked out the size of the map art that I need to do that texture, and then I can add the different sections to it. We have a pub designed, which I'm looking forward to building. Drive-in cinema. But I don't mind that idea. Here, probably out of town. I was going to do that. It feels wrong to have a drive-in cinema inside of the town. But yes, the pub is probably not far from being added, because we've got that corner. Having something over here just kind of makes sense, and we've got most of the resources needed. Thank you for the billboards. I got it. But yeah, that'll be a soon project. However, I've allowed myself to get distracted with the thought of, oh, I like the idea of a retaining wall, because in my mind, there was a river underneath this bit that I covered up. I then discovered there was not a river underneath this bit. There's a few potholes over there, but yeah, slightly different. So I've made my own river, similar to this, that connects to a river over there. That's just what it looked like to me. Oh, okay. I mean, the parking spots are facing the wrong way. But yeah, fair enough. It's just a car park and I want to put a billboard in it. No, I flew in. So I just had to do a little bit of planning out to see how this would work. Because whilst I could plan out in creative how it's going to look, until I build it in survival and work out how this connects to the river over there, it kind of limits how much I can plan here. Now that I've done that bit, I know the shape of these plots. I could go back to survival and note the area and then kind of design the shop around it. So I already know this. It's not 3, it would be 5. So the wall goes up here. And then there's a garden out here, but I'll figure that out later. There's other things in the creative world that we have built and other things we haven't built. So, for example, the public library is something I want to work on soon, but it's probably going to be after I play with this, after I build the pub and the car park and the community garden. So, community garden go here, which is over here. I need to copy it over. I just haven't got around to it yet. Jumpy Spider Lady did this, and I really like it. And a stream that has a mod so you can watch a stream in Minecraft. Interesting, but no, I'm okay. I like playing vanilla Minecraft. It allows me to update as and when I want to, rather than having to rely on mods. In fact, my entire server is very vanilla. The only things I have are a couple of data packs. So, for example, I have the statistics data pack and the heads data pack, because they're fun. Part of why I wanted that pub to be called the King's Head is because I want to collect my mob heads in it. In fact, what I need to do is have a quick word with... Oh, okay. With Whitefire about building a basement or a way down, which should be doable underneath the stairs. If we were to get rid of this door and instead put a door out this way, I could start the stairs going down, turn, and then down again. But I'll have to talk with White about that. If I did that, it would be put her up here, platform, stair, 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 turn, stair, stair, stair. Yeah. We got space for it. I'll figure it out with White. Although, I really like this. The solidness of the beams and having the stair fences between it is really good. But yeah, I want to go down to the basement where I can keep all of my heads. Although realistically, we could also keep heads up here. There's arguments. We'll see. We'll discuss it. So this will probably be soon on the build and then the community garden, but I kind of wanted just to map out what I was doing over here so I can start pondering it too. Because as you can see, I was thinking about how to just roll this down to the river, but without knowing where the river is and how wide it's going to be and how deep it is. It was hard to do. I needed to work out what the gap was between here and the water level. Funny enough, I think that's exactly right. Did I count that? Or did I just get lucky? That's really odd. That is the exact right height for where the water is. Cool. Anyway, distracting. Or distractions. And now I know that I want this as a cul-de-sac. I need to figure out how I'm doing that. But that can be done in survival. There are some things that are worth doing in creative, and there are some things you go, it doesn't really make much difference one way or another. I might as well do it in survival. Because if I do it in survival and it's right, I have to build it once. If I do it in creative and it's right, I have to build it twice. But yeah, that is the same height. I got really lucky. You sound surprised. I'm always surprised. Always. Sorry, you'll get a third attempt. Typing is hard. Trust me. I do it all the time, and I'm doing more mess ups than that. I've done 4 or 5 attempts at the same word and had to retype it several times. Nope. The plan for this corner bit, I was thinking of having a clothing shop, although I'm open to it being other things and putting a clothing shop elsewhere. But I want somewhere that I can put armor stands and my various bits of armor, because I've gained several from end raiding and nether raiding and stuff like that, and also just villager trading that I don't want to throw away, but also I don't want to re-enchant. Things like I've thrown it on the enchantment table, enchanting and gone, it's got protection 4 and I'm breaking 3. That's good. I'm not going to bother with the rest. And then people who join me on the server, as I've had a number of friends already join me to help out, can help themselves if they wish. Oh god, Zach is lying. No one to watch over him. I mean, you're watching over me. You are my guardian angel, Darkswolf. How you doing? Right, we have a start over here. This feels good. The shape of that feels good. I like the depth of this. This feels right. How wide it wants to be is up to me. Over here, I don't know if I want to expand in both directions, one direction, or just leave it. So what I'll probably do is leave it for now. But probably worth noting that I could go to that point. Hang on, no. 2, 3. This point. So shops could either fit in that bit if I want to do a road out that way. I probably don't want to. Just because of where the river goes to, I probably want it to go straight that way, and then we can have another road out that way. Realistically, this could easily all be covered up. And where we've got this bit of river here, we can just slope up to the hillside up this way. So we'll cover this all up. That'll work, probably. Whispers, jump in lava. Find me some lava. There's bound to be some lava down here, so, you know, I need to appease Darkswolf. Whee! Oh, no lava here. Just water. Ow! Being shot. I'm still being shot. This does go quite far down, actually. Oh. There's lava. How much how much damage to lava do I need? Just a little bit? Oh, it's hot, it's hot, it's hot, it's hot, it's hot. Don't like it, don't like it, don't like it, don't like it. Why am I so much on fire? Oh. I didn't like that. I'm not used to not having fire protection on my boots. Good skeleton. Hey! No praising the skeleton for trying to murder me. That's not nice. I normally have fire protection on my boots. I just have regular protection. What on earth is going on? I never do that. I wonder whether Witherbag has my boots. Probably not. I normally go for a fire protection on boots because it is one of the things that catches you out and does a lot of damage very quickly. And just being able to take the edge off of it makes a huge difference. So normally fire protection 4 on my boots, regular protection on my leggings, and hat. We've got some landscaping and some widening of the river, which we're not going to do today because I need to go home and enjoy the rest of my evening with Mrs. Dragon. So what I'm going to ask is if you would kindly stick with me whilst I raid over to another streamer. Land on the roof. Ready for? Who said I was going to be good? Fair point. Let's find someone to raid over to. I just need to find someone talented and lovable. I mean, Tanisha's lovable. Can't go wrong with Tanisha. Very, very talented Minecrafter. Let's go say hello. Oh, maybe not. Hang on. Let me mute my desktop audio. Unmute. I think that's a nope. Darn it. Because Tanisha looks like she's wrapping up, which is such a shame. So let's go say hello to Oath. I haven't raided Oath for a while, and she's doing stickers. Word of warning: Oath is not family friendly, so if that's not up your street, feel free not to join in the raid. I understand. If you don't mind tolerating Oath for a little bit, go say hello, be awesome, and make sure you say hi from me. Let's do a raid call, which means you get a random message. Dragon Crash landed with his little dragons. Zach the 6 hype. Zach the 6 hype. That is the message. If you could copy and paste it into my chat, then you know you've got it ready for when you head on over to Oath, and you can spam it in her chat, making me look good. Or trying to make me look good. Thank you again for the company. I will probably be streaming on Monday, but I will let you know. I need to get my schedule done as soon as possible. We do have a TB stream weekend next weekend. I don't have my timings yet, so I don't know when I am doing it, but I should have a slot. Angelic, thank you very much. Gifting a sub to Zach the Bot. Zach the Bot will thank you. I don't know how Zach the Bot. I haven't got a button to say thank you, but I'm saying it. Thank you. That's incredibly kind of you. Ooh. Oh, I have my oh, wonderful. I have my stream times. I can do my schedule. Looks like 5 p.m. on the Saturday. Seems good to me. I made sure I was very available because there are a lot of people that can't always do the time slots they might like or would like needed. So I went, I'm free for all these times, and I ended up with the time I would have wanted. Perfect. Anyway, goodbye. Thank you.